Welcome to the farm. I'm so excited to show you around today. We're going to take a little plant walk and see what's in bloom. This is Meeting House Farm and my name is Emily. Come on. Our first stop is here in one of our shaded beds. This is Black Cohosh, and Black Cohosh is just about ready to bloom, not quite, and growing really well with Black Cohosh is Seal, and you can see underneath here that the bloom has passed and the berry is forming. These berries will be purple on our next plant walk. Let's keep going. As we move into the sunny beds, you'll notice that we have rows of lavender. This is a Czech lavender that does really well here in Maine with our cold winters that recently have not had much snow. So this variety just really thrives here. We also have beautiful Feverfew blooming right now. This is wonderful in cut flower arrangements. It also makes a medicinal tea, and the bees really enjoy it. Walking along through some of our annual beds, I want to point out that gorgeous plant down there, which is a mullein. It's a Greek mullein. This is an amazing mullein. She's such a gorgeous lady. These plants originally came to me as a gift from Soule of Avena Botanicals, and they self-seed, and I find them in gorgeous places around the farm. This mullein is just stunning right now, and the bees are really enjoying it. We have 3 beehives here on the farm, and you can see they're busy today. It is a really windy day here in Maine, but it is gorgeous. Bees are happy at work. All right, let's continue. As we walk up here, I'll point out this is California poppy. It's not super full of in bloom right now. And behind it, we have Absinthe, which will be blooming probably during our next plant in about 2 to 3 weeks. So this is another, just a closer look at the Absinthe, also known as Wormwood. It has a beautiful silvery foliage. And right behind it is our beautiful Yarrow, fully in bloom right now at late June. This is white Yarrow, which is the medicinal variety, and it's just stunning. You do sometimes get a little bit of color variation. You can see there's a pink one back in there. That's also medicinal. It's a natural color variation. Behind Yarrow, we have Motherwort, which is in bloom right now. Bees love Motherwort in bloom. As a farmer and a gardener, I'm looking at this saying, oh, I need to cut it. We don't want to leave it to go to seed because it will spread pretty voraciously. So this will be cut in the next one. Here we have our nettle bed, which was just harvested, cut back. We used what was cut to be made into a nettle ferment for the plants, and we will get a second and third flush in August-September timeframe. Behind the nettle, you'll see our mint patch, and this is close to blooming and also will be harvested in the next few weeks. We're just gonna stay in the shade and go around here so I can show you our beautiful woodland bed. This woodland bed is not used for harvest. This is really a bed that we nurture some more rare plants in. We have Eleuthero here. It's a Siberian Ginseng, and we do harvest from the bark. We have 4 of those plants in here. This is a wild lettuce, which just sprang up, but it is interesting and beautiful, so we've left it. We have goldenseal here, and we are slowly nurturing goldenseal, hoping that it will continue to spread throughout the bed. And we also have bluebells in this bed in the spring. You don't see them now. Finally, we have wild ginger, which is acting as a ground cover here. It's slowly spreading by rhizome, and bloodroot, which is one of our first flowers of spring behind that. So again, these are all fairly rare plants that we grow just because we love them and we want to continue to nurture them. Let's head up here and look at a few more. So in this bed, we have two of my favorites. This is St. John's wort, which is in bloom. You will find it growing wild, and we also propagate it here. And this is Elecampane. And Elecampane will be blooming in time for our next plant walk. But you can admire her beautiful, huge, tropical-like leaves now. I find Elecampane a really beautiful addition to a garden just because it looks so tropical and it's so statuesque, especially if it's on the back of a garden. Up here we have a row of Astragalus. That Astragalus is fairly young. It will bloom and seed as we get closer to fall. And we have chamomile. This is all German chamomile here. It has been being harvested and will continue to be harvested for the next few weeks. Back in the bed, we're using Botanicals, which is grown for its root as a ground cover. We have some more Solomon seal here. And this is Wood Betony. And the Wood Betony is not yet blooming. It's close. But we'll see it bloom probably in the next 2 to 3 weeks when we do another plant walk. I want to point out two big tall plants here. This is Angelica. It's bloomed and is going to seed. The bees do love it when it's blooming. And right next door is valerian, which is also blooming and almost done. The plant standing next to me is catnip, and the blooms are a purplish white, and this is almost blooming. Below it is cat mint. They're often confused, and you can see there's really a difference when you're looking at them growing. So cat nip can grow a lot taller. The blooms look white. Cat mint, lower to the ground, and has a purple bloom. They both are medicinal and can be used that way. Let's keep going. This is Lemon Balm, and it is just luxurious this year. It is like walking through a sea of the most delicious smell. It's just I could stand here all day. So this is definitely at harvest point, and just really enjoying having such a beautiful abundance of this fabulous plant. Coming along here, we have two kinds of echinacea. This is Echinacea purpurea, which may be growing in your garden. It's not blooming quite yet, but it will be there soon. And then we also have Echinacea angustifolia, which is much more rare. It's probably not in your garden. This is a 5-year-old plant, and they just take a really long time to mature. This is getting ready to bloom. It tends to be whiter than purpurea, and the root is stronger medicinally. A few more beds up this way. This is marshmallow, and yes, marshmallow is the reason for the name of the gooey treat. The root of this plant used to be used to make marshmallows, but this is also just a beautiful plant to grow. It's a member of the hollyhock family. The leaves are so soft, and as it blooms, it'll have small white flowers with purple centers. Quite beautiful. It is also wonderful in a tea and really soothing to the digestive tract. We have another Black Cohosh here, and this is kind of an anomaly, so I'll point it out. This Black Cohosh, they usually really prefer more dappled shade, but this Black Cohosh has been here for 7 years, and she loves it here. We call her Mama Black Cohosh because she gives us baby Black Cohoshes every year, and even though most Black Cohoshes don't like the sun, this one has just planted herself here and is thriving. So we enjoy her, and she's also just about ready to bloom. When Black Cohosh blooms, it stinks. Bees love it, but it smells, I think, like something died. It's not pleasant, although it looks pretty. Here we have our calendula row this year. We're actually asking a lot of our member farms to be growing calendula, so we're much lower on calendula growth than normal. And we're just growing this for us and to enjoy. Here we have Blue Vervain. You can see Blue Vervain is almost ready to bloom. This is a digestive primarily and a nervine. And this one was just sort of appeared here and we left it. We also have a full skullcap bed here. This is Ladera flora, and we also have barbet, so two different varieties of skullcap. You can tell the difference by the size of their leaf. We've let them mix together. I actually really love a blend of 3 skullcaps: barbet, Ladera flora, and helmet. And this is helmet over here. And it is in bloom and ready for harvest. And we have a bumblebee right here that's really enjoying the flowers. So our last bed on this tour, or this section, is our arnica bed. This has been harvested for the past 2.5 weeks and is closing down its blooming period. And you'll also notice that we have this teasel in here. And teasel's such a fun plant. It's a thistle, and it will have a big purple cone up here when it finally blooms. But it is also carnivorous. And the way that these leaves grow together forms a cup that allows water to collect. And insects die in the water, and the plant absorbs the proteins of those insects. So it's a pretty cool, very spiny plant. This is another one that I make sure I take the flower from as soon as it blooms. Otherwise, you'd have teasel everywhere. But I really love having one of these really amazing plants growing on the garden. We're gonna go to a whole nother section and talk a little bit about roses. All right, so we are here with the roses. It is the end of June and they are just in full glory right now. These are all Rosa Gallica, which is a really old variety of rose. It's not hybridized, and they kind of grow all over the place, which is charming. They smell amazing, and this is the rose that we use in all of our tisanes at Infusion Herb Company. We often sell it as well. We dry them, but just standing here and smelling their beautiful bouquet will make your day good. There's no other way. You couldn't be unhappy here. Behind the roses, I'll just point out that the elderflower is in bloom, and those are beautiful statuesque plants back there. I hope you enjoyed this plant walk, and I hope you'll join us in July for another.